morning. It's Monday, 2021. That's a mouthful. It's been a great weekend. Hope you have some coffee. We don't do anything quickly here, so just so you know. Number of follows last night, I see. Who is this person? What is that? What is that about? Yep, it's like some like random person, probably like a bot or something. Anyway, let's go ahead and do this. The first thing is I've been rethinking the news. What do I mean by that? Well, I've been getting better at doing VODs again. So I've been like highlighting the VODs and clipping them and stuff like that and doing editing. It takes time, but I've been rethinking it. And you know, perhaps something that's more edited. You know, because it is going to go up on YouTube, and I can just play out the VOD, and then I can go back and I can edit the VOD, and I can cut out the only things that matter, so that the news will get a little bit more succinct. So I am probably going to do that from now on instead of doing the ZETID, even though the ZETID is a good thing too. These moments where I'm sipping my coffee and I'm just thinking and stuff like that, you don't want to see that. I mean, if you do, you can just watch. You can watch the VOD instead of the highlights. So, bottom I'm trying to say is that I'm using the VOD. That I'm making highlights a lot more. Making VOD highlights a lot more, and just publishing those to YouTube. And that's going to make cataloging them a little bit harder, but I've been taking a little bit of time to fill in the descriptions. They don't have ZETID that go with them, so it's going to be hard for me to search them. So I'm actually thinking about another way of doing that. I'm thinking about another way of like proactively adding. So this is thinking of replacing ZETID with something like, I don't know, ZETID sync. And what it would do is it would pull down any of the video highlights that I have, and it would create a ZETID for each one that takes a description from there instead of the one that I have here, or vice versa. And then it just kind of keeps them all synchronized. So that's something that's going to come. I haven't done anything work on that yet. So what did we do yesterday? Yesterday was a pretty busy day. If you didn't check in, I went back and I had to do a bunch of work that I missed on Friday. Friday I was sick, and so we did a big walk in the morning. You can go see that. We did some news and stuff, but the news I didn't do in a formal news video. I just did it like from the coffee table. And again, that's one of the reasons I'm thinking about having the morning show be anywhere, but then I'll highlight it and I'll make a video that matches the name, but I'll also give it the same good morning name so you guys can find it. And but I'm not going to put it in its own category. Maybe on YouTube I'll go back after the fact and do that, but it's more important that I just get the stuff published. But then you can search for anything with good morning in the name and you'll see it. So we did some Helm chart flattening. We flattened the, good morning, San. We flattened the, we flattened the Helm chart, for node feature discovery in like 15 minutes. It was no big deal. And I really discovered, I kind of got excited. You can watch that video, but I got really excited about that because it's so easy to do. It's so much easier than Helm. So I've decided that in the primary proposal I'm going to be writing today, which if you want to come back and watch it during my co-working session, that's what I'll be doing. I'll be writing up the proposal. We're going to be dropping Helm. I'm going to be proposing to drop Helm wherever possible. And I mean, if you don't, know how I came to that conclusion, you can go ahead and read about that. The Helm chart flattening that we did in the afternoon, we took the JupyterHub, and within 2 hours, which is pretty, considering how difficult that Helm chart is, we were able to flatten that, add back the RBAC, the cluster roll that was needed, and the cluster roll binding for the service account, and we were able to get JupyterHub working from flattened Helm template files. There's a couple of customizations that still need to go into it, but the point is it's just like way simpler to work with. I mean, if I had done that before, I mean, if I had to, it would have saved me so much time. Yes, I've looked at customize. Mac customize is actually nice and all, but you don't even need it. All you need is kubectl, period. You really just need kubectl. And the conclusions about that I'll eventually write up somehow, but if you want to see me demonstrate how to do that, you can go look at those two. Now, having the Helm chart around, actually one of the things I did is if you do have a Helm chart, this is part of the Kate's app thing. So flattened, node feature discovery, and JupyterHub Helm charts. So one of the, I decided to keep the Helm tarball around, and the reason I kept it as a tarball was so that people know that that's the original. So they have like a handle on what the original was. And I feel like you do need that if you've built a derivative work from a tarball, from a Helm chart. I do think that you need to preserve the chart, and you can see that how I did that there. So the standard I'd be recommending, I'm gonna write about this and do a video on this later, but is of course everything in the Kate's app kind of methodology has all the steps written up so that people don't, even if it's really obvious and you agree to what to do, put it in there. And then if your Kate's app came from a Helm chart, so step 1, make it a GitHub repo. Step 2, or Git repo, not be GitHub. Step 2, put the directory Helm in there. Pull down the index.yaml file using curl, so that you can track whether there's been a change. And if you want to automate that, you can, but you have no way to know whether your Helm chart has undergone any changes since the last time you looked at it. So that's going to come in later. We didn't automate that process, but it's pretty basic. You just diff the index.yaml file. I mean, it does have, there are certain things in here you can look up, like when it was generated, right? But this is like, the truth. This is the state. This is the state of the Helm chart. So if you're using a Helm chart and you want to look at the different ones, you can pull that down, the index.yaml file. Everything has one. Every single Helm chart has one. And you can use that to tell whether something's changed, whether you do it by hand or you automate it. And then the other piece is pulling down the tarball with Helm pull. Once you get the repo on, you do Helm pull and you pull down the tarball, and keep it as a tarball, by the way. I decided to keep it as a tarball because if you untar it, unfortunately, I can't tell you how stupid this is. I can't, this is so stupid. You see what it does? By default, they didn't keep the version name with the tarball. Why would you do that? Why would you not tarball the 1.0? Because we have to immediately add it back. I don't know what version it is unless I look in the index file, and even then I don't know which one it is. I know. I can look at the chart file and I can see in here that it's 1.2. Okay, I get it, right? Version 1.2. If I really wanted to do that, and maybe that's fine for you, but I don't want to do that. Here's why. The reason I don't want to untar the thing is because over time, I will never have any indication about whether someone's messed with that. So if I leave it as a tarball, I guaranteed to know. And here's the really cool thing that I discovered. You can do Helm template, JHub. You can do it against the tarball. Yeah. You can run Helm template. So you can actually convert a tarball Helm chart. That is a chart. You can convert, hey, Matt Bad Feels, you can convert the chart into its default YAML resource files and dump them all out in one command without untarring the thing. In fact, you probably don't even need it, but you do it remotely. So this is the Helm directory. You have the index.yaml file, and you have the Helm chart from which you base the thing. And it's always the latest one that it's been based on. That means that if you're going to change it and build it from another version later, delete that tarball and go get the other tarball. And because you have to do that anyway, because you're going to need to run a diff against this file, which is the output of the Helm command. Now, I did the output of the Helm command, and then I added a namespace definition, which is now a standard thing at the beginning of every single one. And then I put the cluster role that was needed that was not in the base tarball. That stuff is never going to be in the base tarball, right? Because it's cluster stuff. It's not like namespace stuff. And then I put the cluster role binding in here. Those two things were added. So next time, if anything changes, I can pull it down and do the same thing. I can Helm template dump that, and then I can compare it to this and see if anything's different. And the only things that should be different is the RBAC stuff, the cluster roles and stuff. So that's where I'm at with that. And I'm really excited about that because so decided to always flatten Helm charts, and basically no more Helm. I'm done with Helm. I'm done with it. If I can get my team to not use it anymore, I'm going to throw it out, and I'm going to show them why it's easier to not do it. I know how to do Helm plugins now. I know how to do anything. I can do a Helm chart. I just don't want to do a Helm chart, and I believe they complicate your infrastructure unnecessarily. And I am not the only one. I've talked now with many people online who completely agree and are very passionate about it, and I think that that's big news. Many respect Kate's Kubernetes authorities do not use Helm. In fact, they hate it. In fact, this is another thing I've been finding. The more experience somebody has with Kubernetes, the least likely they are to be using Helm. It's a true story. But sometimes they're kind of apologetic. They'll be like, I know that good people love Helm, and I have good friends who use Helm. Maybe not, I could do it my way. It's because they've been defending themselves forever against the Helm mob that says you must do everything with Helm. And I was kind of joining that mob saying, hey, everybody does it. There's a bank over here that does it. There's these people. And then I went through the process and I compared the two, and it's like, hands down, it's so much easier to just convert it to the YAML resource files. You're just dealing with YAML. You're dealing with resource files. You're not dealing with multiple layers of abstraction on top of that you have to maintain that are always wrong. I mean, by the like fourth bug that I found in Helm while we were going through it, I was done. I was like, I'm not building my enterprise architecture on this piece of crap. So I don't understand why people are actually. Anybody who gives Helm even a casual passover will see what shit it is. 10,000 open issues on that project. 10,000. So, given that how prevalent it is, I think we need to start actively advocating against Helm and suggesting, hey, you know what? If you're going to use Helm, that's fine. You use it, but stop making people feel dirty for not using it. And that would have been, I didn't go that far, but I was like, and everybody in the stream, especially Tony Watt this morning, is like, oh, you finally saw the light, and these are people who have like consulted with, other enterprises about how to do things in an organized way. And when you get them to speak openly, they're like very much against Helm. So I, including some of the original Helm team members, which I don't even want to get into, but it's just, I wish, okay, I'm the newbie coming to this, right? I wish that somebody I wish I had been able to get that impression earlier. That's all. So I'm putting it in the news now so that if there's any beginning cloud native people out there, you can know you probably need to learn Helm enough to be able to say, I don't like it and why. And so if you want to get the certification, there's a certain level of proficiency you have to know. I don't know what that is yet. I believe I have that at this point. But that after that, you don't need it. You don't. There's lots of other ways, and probably the simplest way is just make everything into YAML files. And of course, I mean, I've already written about it, but thou shalt not use. I've already written this, but I'm going to write it again. Thou shalt not use operator framework. Operator framework is a massive security vulnerability. It is a horrible fail of an architecture, and I cannot believe that anybody is using it. Tiller, worse than Tiller. And I'm going to let you make your own conclusion about that, but I couldn't believe it when I opened it up. It requires the OLM to run with cluster root admin permissions on everything. And then they put a warning in there that says, make sure that none of the operators you install on your infrastructure, which, by the way, the only way you can do it is if it's on the internet or you emulate it in your own personal environment without any full support because it's not supported. Make sure your operators you install with this are behave, because they're all going to be installed as root with cluster admin privileges. No, just no. It's like such a fail. I can't even tell you how many levels of fail this is. It's like it was never even made. It didn't even have anybody in operations or system administration even look at the fucking thing. It's so bad. It's so bad. And that's all I'm going to say about it. There's no way I'm ever even going to mention that word. Thank God my team doesn't know about it yet. I don't even have to talk about it. They're like, what's this? So that's the news. The rest of the news for the week, let me just go over the week. A little bit tiny of a thing here, but so today I'm going to be writing. I'm going to be writing proposals today all day because we only have a 3-day week. I'm doing my race on Thursday. Wait, is Wednesday? Wednesday's Thanksgiving, right? When's Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving's the 25th. Yes. Okay, so Thanksgiving is the 25th this year. Yeah. Yeah, people were giving me crap because like, why are you running it the day after Thanksgiving? I'm like, no, I'm running it on Thanksgiving, which is Thursday. Okay, that makes some more sense. I have to go do my packet pickup. I got to remember to do that. I got to put that on here somewhere. I'm going to run the 5K race. I'm going to take my gimbal and my phone. I'm going to try to run the 5K with my phone. If I have to walk, fine. I'm just doing it for fun. I'm going to try to get under 30 minutes. We'll see how it goes. So that's coming up. We should be back to normal on the schedule after this. I am trying to add yoga to the schedule, but I can't do it until this room's clean. I'm getting closer every day. I should probably say this. So, on other fronts, I ruled out mounting gimbal to chest harness. You cannot do this. So I don't know. Everybody's been following my IRL kit progression. I'll just talk about that for a bit. So this is a really big thing, and there are videos about this. So. Hi, Sonic, how's it going? I attempted to take a GoPro to tripod mount and take the lightweight gimbal and put it here, and the torque is just too, I mean, I knew it would be, but I thought I'd give it a try anyway. The torque is just too great. There's no way that you can have the gimbal there and have it stay. There's just too much weight. So that's a fail, which means that the only way to run is to hold the gimbal or to come up with some other mount system for the gimbal. I probably will make my own at some point. A way to house the gimbal body and maybe have it be out from your head a little bit. I've actually thought about possibly mounting the gimbal from a helmet. There's a helmet that they have that's counterweighted to do that kind of thing, kind of a hardcore hairy way. But it's not that important. I can run with the gimbal. I've already proven it. So I'm gonna do that. That's gonna, assuming we have signal, which I think we will, then I'll be running on my 5K with that. And I'm also going to start taking, that's another thing I wanted to start saying. So I'm going to be doing mostly walks this week because I have the 5K race. I'm kind of tapering down for that. But after that, I'm going to be running a lot more. So the walks are going to be more runs, and you're not going to be able to hear me as much because I'm going to be winded and stuff because I need to take it up a notch. We will be adding yoga back and training and push-ups and that kind of thing. So, adding fitness streams. So just know they're coming. And you know what? And sometimes I'll be dancing. Running, yoga, dancing, whatever. Push-ups. I don't care. I've lost all inhibition at this point. It's like, I don't give a shit. Oh, on the IRL cassette too. This is extremely important news. This is really, really a huge breakthrough. We got the Go Wireless 2. You can't see it there, but we got the I'll do a video, but we got the Wireless Go 2, the Rode Go Wireless 2, which is, kind of the gold standard for remote sound. We got it working with the Cloudlifter and the adapter and plugged into my soundboard, and it's brilliant. It's really brilliant. It's like nice and it's not as good as, this mic, but it's really, really good. And it picks up all over in the house. Even I can go grab something from the fridge. I can still talk and just keep talking. So that's going to be a thing. So that was a huge win. I was going to return it at one point, and then I discovered the Cloudlifter idea because I use that for my dynamic mic, and I got that. So the Rode Wireless Go 2, was it Wireless Go 2 plus Cloud Lifter works well with board, and because of it, I can actually have it plugged in all the time, and I can swap out it comes with two transmitters. You can swap out the transmitters. So if I wanted to, I could go all day just remote with that setup, and I plan on keeping that. Also, it attaches to the gimbal. Schedule wise too, I did want to say something. It's not here. I already went off of it, but so there are lots of videos I did on the McCall Center art on Saturday. So the Saturday art streams. Okay, there's 2 streams there they did. They're pretty long videos. One of the videos is which one is it? Broadcast way play it. No, where is it? Where's my video producer? One of them is just me, going through the art and talking to the artists and interviewing them. But the other one, it might have interest to some people on Twitch here, because it is about, let me see, it says William. Make sure it doesn't play. Here we go. So this one here, not a lot of viewers this morning as usual, but it's early. Actually, if you go to /videos, I really want to point your attention to this one, because it's really, really, really amazing. Where is it? Oh my God. View all videos. I did a whole bunch of highlights. That's why it's all like that. Just me doing all my sound testing if you want to see. Big walks in the neighborhood. Where is it? Oh, here we go. This one. The William presentation. I need to rename that, obviously. Okay, so this video right here, I really think everybody should go watch it. I mean, you can scan through it really fast because it's pretty slow. But he has full 3D animation, almost full 3D animation, including facial animation, using this rig. And he's just got 2 light boxes and he's good to go. If you've done any work in animation before, I would really suggest you go watch it. All the software is free. The software, there's a thing called Face thing. What is it? Face. Oh, she's doing her. Wait, where is it? It's at the end, I think. There it is. There's this software right here to develop faces is completely free. Look they have her moving her face around. It's just, I can't. Just go watch it. Just go watch it. I'm gonna try to edit that right now. I'm thinking it's and I need to. Yeah, I was writing with my phone, so give me a break. So William demonstrates the latest 3D body and facial animation capture using a rig under $2,000 and free software. It's pretty fucking cool. So, I mean, it's just amazing. That's all I can say. So go watch that. The other one is about just the art stuff. So I'm just gonna put watch Saturday art stream with William about 3D capture. It's pretty amazing. So what else we got? The other stuff is just me interviewing other random artists. You might not be interested, but if you are in the art scene, you might want to do that. We're starting to pick up members of the community that are not tech related, which is a little bit hard for the news I do in the morning, because I probably should break out the art news from the tech news, from the music news. Speaking of music news, December 8th, we're going to go cover the jazz, the bluegrass live at the Old Town Public House. So that's coming. And what else we got? I think that's pretty much it. So make sure I didn't miss anything big. No, that's all. So if you want, so today, the schedule for today, as I said, I'm going to be writing my proposals up, justifying them probably in different parts. I'm going to be writing up the Kate's app methodology, which is just, what things you need to cover for any app that you're going to install. It's pretty intuitive for most people, but we do need to write it down so we have a checklist. I'm leaving that. That's already out there, but I'll be formalizing that a little bit more and giving it its own repo, blah, blah, blah. And so people can open tickets and issues on it. And then we're going to be doing, the other proposal is going to be, here's what I suggest we do, and here's our applications that I feel like we should change and stuff. And I'm going to be going through a list of those and making a recommendation for each one of the, 2 dozen or so applications that we have. I won't be listing the applications that we have on stream, but I will be writing up most of the proposal on stream. So if you want to join me for that, I'm gonna be running, actually probably out for a walk, just a recovery walk today. And that's it. Any of the other informal streams that I do today are going to be cleaning as usual, and I'll just turn them. One of the more successful streams we had this last week, which I chopped up in a bunch of highlights, was just me randomly being here. I got a visit. So I got a visit from Whitman, an original SKILSTAK member. There's a video of that, and Whitman was like, "You're streaming." He's in college now. He's like, "College sucks. 101. They don't know how to teach CS. It's horrible." It was really fun. So if you want to go back and watch that, you can go do that. And I think that's about it for the news. Do we have any other news from the community I could announce? I haven't heard much from the community. We did pick up a lot of new community members from just chatting, and they're probably not around this morning. They're probably at work or something. 8:30, 8:15 is probably going to be the new time for this every time. So I think we kept that under a half an hour. Again, the goal of these news coffee, I'm just calling it the morning show or good morning. The goal of these little videos is just give you a sense. If you don't want to watch me every day all the time, if you just want to get a sense of what happened, did you miss anything? I'm trying to put everything that happened on the stream, which is related, into one under half an hour video, so that you can kind of keep tabs on what's going on if you want to do so quickly. You can just read the description, right? And if that's if you want more than that, you can come sometime. So that's all I have for now. I'm going to go ahead and end this video and publish this, and then I'll go refill my coffee and come back and clean a little bit and kind of get going with my day. If you do have any questions, please let me know. But of course, it'll be on stream right now, but I'll be right off stream after this. I'll be here. I'm just not going to be recording. Cheers.